Video. I am Raleigh Culp, here as usual with Bob Gilpatrick. Bob, how you doing today?
Doing really, really well, Raleigh. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Good. Well, we've both started our Myotrol pills, so we should be doing awesome.
Yes, I actually have to agree. I have a lot of energy. I told you just before we started this. Over the last about a week, I've been using it. I definitely noticed the energy increase, so that's a good thing. Now, in this one, we're actually talking about something that's really important for muscles as well. We're talking about how to maximize your collagen intake. Because you can take collagen and you can help it and use it with your skin, hair, nail, and joints. But if it's not being absorbed and utilized as much as it could, you're not going to get as much benefit. So we wanted to go over that, how to maximize your collagen supplementation. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. And, most people have heard of collagen.
Oh, yeah.
And
very popular.
As you dig into it and research it, it seems that collagen is about 30% of all the protein in your body.
Yes.
So people make proteins. We are protein making machines is what human cells are. And we make somewhere around 100,000 different proteins to support our body.
That's a lot of
30% of all those proteins are collagen. And collagen interfaces with other compounds in your body to make up all different parts of your body, including your bones.
Yes.
So without collagen, you wouldn't really be able to walk around. You wouldn't have enough strength in your bones to support your being an upright walker.
Right. It's collagen's found in your skin, connective tissues like tendons, ligaments, cartilage, your fascia, which is something we'll talk a little bit more about, which is really, really important. Your bones, organs, blood vessels, musculoskeletal systems, and of course, hair and nails and skin and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's, like you said, 30%. That's a good amount. And that's what a lot of this is going to do, is building these special connective tissues and things like that.
Yeah, we have people that have been taking our collagen product for years now, and we have a lot of testimonials from people that wrote in, sent us pictures of themselves saying, hey, I feel much younger, my hair is much better. We had one just the other day, I think it was 2 days ago, someone wrote in about how their hair had improved so much.
Another thing that we heard from our testimonials was that it actually helps people with their stomach.
Yeah. With digestion.
With digestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people take them with our digestive enzymes. And so the collagen, they said it not only does the enzymes help, but the collagen helps as well with minimizing the digestive issues they have, which is awesome.
Yeah. And so what we're going to be doing is creating a sale where people are going to be able to get collagen with vitamin C, because we know vitamin C is instrumental in facilitating collagen production. So
absolutely,
when people are taking a collagen product, what they're actually doing is taking in peptides, which are the building blocks of collagen.
Right.
And once you get it into your body, then it makes it much easier for your body to produce actual collagen protein.
Yeah, and the
vitamin C is part of that process.
Yeah, well, I was just going to mention real quick about the collagen we have it's hydrolyzed, so it's a little easier to absorb. But what you were mentioning about the vitamin C is really important, because vitamin C is a very crucial role in taking that collagen and turning it into things the body can use.
Absolutely, and so that's why we're doing it this way.
Right.
And we're also giving away a free product, which is our ashwagandha product, when you get your collagen and your vitamin C. And that's also really important, because we were saying earlier before we started, collagen is for building up your body. You make collagen and it supports all these physical aspects of your body, but also our body is also catabolizing itself simultaneously. Because of aerobic life, we are also breaking down.
Right.
And one of the things that makes you break down the fastest is stress.
Correct.
But we know from thousands of years of experience, going all the way back to Ayurvedic medicine origination times, that ashwagandha helps people to calm down.
Actually, we did a whole series on herbalism, and one of the main things we focused on for a whole episode was ashwagandha and how it works, where it comes from. So you can actually check that out. It's called Getting to the Root of Ashwagandha, I believe.
Yeah, and so we thought, hey, if people could slow their rate of catabolizing themselves and also, build themselves up at the same time, it could be this great combination. And we figure if people haven't tried the ashwagandha before, or even if they have, it's time to get a free one.
There you go. And well, you say the word catabolize, and what that means is, so there's metabolic, right? And then there's catabolic processes.
Yeah.
And the catabolic process in the body is where it's kind of eating the body's.
It's breaking down
itself. I would say eating, because you said like catabolism. Like you're eating. Oh gosh. Yes, Clarice. Anyway, not that kind of cannibalism. This is catabolic processes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
some of the other things that is really important is collagen itself helps to reduce inflammation,
right?
Which is part of that catabolic process.
Correct.
As our inflammation goes up, we are burning ourselves up faster. And one of the goals of aging gracefully or being very healthy as you get older is to slow your rate of inflammation.
Right.
The average person is burning themselves up at a rate where by the time they get to be 85 years old on average, they're going to die of old age, even if they don't get sick.
Right.
And if you can slow your rate of inflammation, you can increase that beyond 85, and you won't die essentially from oxidative stress.
Right. And a lot of people wonder, well, I've talked to some people, and they're well, why would I need to take collagen? And there's a couple reasons why collagen supplementation is kind of important, especially nowadays. But before Industrial Revolution, and people had their own meat on the farm, they'd kill and slaughter their own chickens and cows. They'd use every part of the cow and the meat and the chicken.
Yeah.
And a lot of that,
the organs and the bones and everything. And
right. A lot of that included the collagen and was infused into the human diet that way. But, as things progress, we, maybe have meat more readily available. We chose not, people, because they didn't want to deal with it. They don't get those cuts of meat, or they don't eat the connective chewy pieces. They set that to the side. And so that slowly worked its way out of our diet. Plus, as you age, like you said, aging gracefully, right? You have to realize that things that you made a lot of when you were younger slow down. One being collagen, another one being antioxidants like superoxide dismutase.
Yeah.
And so the combination of not just the collagen slowing down, but your muscle building slowing down, your SOD or antioxidant natural creation being slowed down, that's what causes the aging. So what you're saying is get in front of it by supplementing, taking things that'll help to slow that process of aging down, and then you can live a lot longer, a lot healthier.
And things to build up at the same time.
Correct.
And that's what this combination will do for people.
There you go.
One of the things that collagen helps with is your connective tissues, and one of them is what they call fascia. And fascia is like a spider web type of tissue that holds your internal organs in place, and it helps to connect your muscle to your bones and that type of thing. And they refer to it as the endless web because you have it all throughout your body. And without that fascia holding things in place, your body would collapse.
Right.
And we know that if people have an injury and the fascia gets stretched or torn, that it has a dramatic effect on other parts of your body. So we have this old song from elementary school, the ankle bone's connected to the leg bone, to the knee bone, and
to the hip bone, right?
And that's true with the fascia. The fascia goes all throughout your body, and if it gets stretched in one area, it pulls on another part that's attached to another area.
Gotcha.
So that's why sometimes people can injure their left shoulder and have a knee problem on the other side of their body.
Right.
This fascia pulled here, that one pulled here, this pulled here, this pulled here. Next thing you know, the fascia down in your leg is being pulled on the other side of your body.
Gotcha.
And so the therapist that can help mediate this, there's a couple of them. one they call visceral manipulation, and there's a whole book about that was written by a doctor whose name is Jean-Pierre Barral.
Okay.
And Jean-Pierre Barral wrote a book called The Endless Web. Okay. And it's a whole book about the fascia, and he teaches classes to mostly licensed massage therapists that have experience already with massage. And then he teaches them specifically how to work with this fascia.
Manipulate it.
And how to identify where it's pulling, where the original part was that pulled first, and how to fix that. And it's extremely effective therapy. It's very similar to what's called Rolfing.
Yes.
We talked about Rolfing in our podcast.
Yes, actually.
Beyond massage therapy.
Yes, Rolfing was something that we had brought up in our show. We had done a little series about massage therapy, and then we did a second episode called Beyond Massage Therapy, where we went into different techniques that are in the realm of that, but just a little different. And one of them was this Rolfing technique. So if you want to learn more about that, check that out, boomerboost.com, and you can just search up Beyond Massage Therapy is the name of the podcast. So check that out.
Yeah, Rolfing is a specific technique for manipulating the fascia. And usually what people do is they go through a 10-session sequence. So they'll go to the therapist and it's like, okay, today we're going to work on this part of your body, then this part of your body, then this. And one of the things they do is they work on the area of your lungs and it improves your breathing. And then towards the end, they'll do an integration session where they can integrate everything together. And essentially they're resetting your fascia into a perfect pattern, like maybe it was when you were first born, or maybe like it was in the womb.
Right.
Because even the birthing process is going to tug at your fascia.
Yeah.
But this is a chance people have then to have a trained professional who was trained by Ida Rolf and her early students, one of which was my brother-in-law, Tim Greenstreet, is an advanced certified Rolfer, who's now retired.
Okay.
But he practiced for 40 years.
Wow.
Practiced Rolfing. And he would do these 10 sessions for people and the integration and tune-ups, but also work with people that had suffered injuries. We have a person we know who just recently did and has visited a Rolfer, and it actually helped many different parts of her body. She had hurt her shoulder, but it was affecting her hip on the other side. And the Rolfer was able to mitigate that for her in just 2 sessions.
Wow.
So Ida Rolf was the name of the originator of this.
Sense.
And it relates to collagen because that fascia is made of collagen.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to, go to a therapist to tend to your fascia, it makes sense to also use collagen and vitamin C
to strengthen,
to give the substrates needed for the ongoing creation of that fascia.
Yeah, we were talking about, you had mentioned the products that we're putting together, and really what it is, it's a collagen synthesis combo because you're synthesizing, creating collagen. And this is the thing that can help the fascia, the connective tissues, the skin, the hair, the nail, the joints. I mean, it's something that until you start to realize, we actually had a couple people that I've talked to, thinning hair, sagging skin, weird ridges in the fingernails. Those things are things that they start to notice as they age that they didn't have before. And those are a lot of the things that they say, wow, I couldn't believe how quickly my hair got stronger and it didn't fall out as much and different things like that. But
people will ask, how do we take it?
Yes.
It comes with a scoop. It's a powder. Just put it into a glass of water, stir it up, take a couple of the vitamin C's, drink the collagen and water mixed together, and you're good to go. At the same time, take your ashwagandha. It'll give you that calm but alert feeling all throughout the day.
Yep.
Helps with your sleep at nighttime. Some people take ashwagandha with our good night formula at night, but also collagen itself helps with sleep.
Yeah, I heard that. Actually, we were reading through something that says it's great for your sleep. One of the things that a lot of people will do before they go to bed is they'll have some tea, and you can actually put collagen in hot drinks as well. So you can add it to your tea. That'll help. A lot of people I know do add collagen to their coffee as well, because it gives it a similar, like kind of a creamy texture, similar to a creamer, actually. So,
well, also the repair of soft tissue is very important, and collagen helps with that.
Right.
So if people are going for Rolfing, for example, to help with that tissue, it can be painful, especially if you have some real tight collagen that needs to be broken up and reformed, and the collagen will help with the repair of that. But also, just to be able to continue on with your therapy. So some people will either say, I'm not going to get Rolfing done because it's going to be too painful.
Right.
Well, it doesn't have to be if you have the right collagen. And at worst case scenario, if you really don't want to go there, you can go for visceral manipulation, which will help, but it's not quite as intense.
Right.
And also, Judith Aston created a technique called Aston Therapeutics. She was Ida Rolf's clinical partner when Ida first created Rolfing. And Judith, in her early 80s, after Ida had passed away, released her version of Rolfing, which is called Aston Therapeutics, and it's much less painful and more energetic.
Okay.
And so I had gotten to study with Judith Aston when she started teaching Aston Therapeutics, and I worked in a clinic where we used that technique.
And so it's similar principles, but a little bit different technique?
Yeah.
Okay.
More energy from your hands, as opposed to hard pushing and massage.
Right.
There's still massage, based on scientific research, exactly how to do it with the pattern of the muscles. And the whole idea is to get somebody structurally sound and lined up.
Yeah.
So when you first start somebody, you make a drawing of what their body looks like from different angles. And I've had this done too when I went for neuromuscular therapy. And any of these therapies that you go for, whether it's Aston or Rolfing or neuromuscular at the St. John Clark Institute, you definitely want to be taking collagen as a support for those therapies. You'll have a much better experience with taking collagen.
Well, I could imagine, because as you're going through this, like you said, things are going to, if you're Rolfing, that's a little bit more painful. Either way, there's still going to be things that need to be repaired from the work that's being done, and to have the right tools, or I guess you would say materials, to rebuild it is important. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's cool. Love it.
Well, Raleigh, I think that's probably enough information about collagen for today.
Yeah, we went over a lot of stuff. There's even more on our website. If you go to boomerboost.com and just search collagen in the search bar, you'll be able to see there's multiple blogs. We also have recipes on how to make a bone broth, a collagen bone broth. So check that out. That's in our recipes section. If you just go to the top and click on podcasts and blogs, you'll see a whole directory of what we have. So go check that out. And, we look forward to seeing you next time, right?
Very well. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening to Live Forever Young Radio Live.